So I'll ask you, like, how was it having Steph back at practice, back on the court? And nothing is for certain tomorrow, but what do you feel? Like, is it a boost to have him around?
I mean, it's always great to have a guy like him around, just based on his presence on the floor, off the floor, who he is, the energy he brings, his approach, and so forth. Today there was a turnover in practice, and he got upset, and it's kind of like, okay, our leader's back, our guy's back. So it's exciting. Obviously, we're a much better team with him on the floor. So super excited to have him back whenever that is. Hopefully sooner the better.
How does that change a team's mentality when he's on the floor? Beyond, like, obviously what he does, just, shooting threes and everything. How does that just change the confidence level?
I think for obvious reasons, right? You got one of the best players in the world on your team. So you feel more confident going into a game. You feel more confident in your chances of winning the game. Obviously, we all go out there and try to win every night, regardless of whether Steph is suiting up or not. But, let's just call a spade a spade. If you got Steph Curry on your team, you're going to go out and step onto that floor more confident. And so, like I said, I'm anticipating his comeback. Makes the game so much easier for everyone. So,
Juan, Marquez, do you feel obligated to play at a high level when you got guys like Steph and Draymond on the team?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm always trying to go out and play at a high level every time I step out on that floor. But I think having those guys on the floor, there's a standard that they expect. They just bring that intensity, especially like a guy like Draymond. He's vocal. He brings that intensity. He's going to let you know where he wants you to be. And, if you messing up or whatever, he's going to let you know. And then Steph, he's just out. He out there hooping. You gotta get with him or get lost, So it's just, you got to step up to the plate when you're playing with those guys. You got to come with it every night. They're championship caliber players. They're guys who, when they put on their jersey, they're trying to get to the championship. They're not just trying to make the playoffs. They're not just trying to be a competitive team. They have high standards for themselves and for their teams, that they're leading. So at least for myself, I definitely want to, meet them at that level. Obviously, if they're not going to meet you at any level lower than that. So, when you're in the gym with those type of guys, you just got to come with it.
I've got more if nobody else does. Steve said that Steph was able to practice fully today. In the event that he's back tomorrow, I'm asking you an obvious question, but what kind of impact would that have for the team? Big.
Yeah, I guess. Obviously just having a generational talent, someone that's, one of the best players that ever played this game, that draws so much gravity, so much attention. His impact not only on the court but in the locker room. Sometimes it's tough and I can speak to this from experience, when you're injured and you're trying to kind of motivate guys. While you're injured, it's tough because you're not necessarily in between the lines and playing the game. But obviously having him out there, him being vocal, being a leader, as well as Draymond and as well as Clay, having those guys all there, but just having Steph out on the court will be huge for us. And, hopefully we can start, turning this thing around.